These are the pattern that I used to work. This is the back bodice and this is the front bodice, and this is the bustier with yoke. If you want to see how I draft this, I'll drop the link for you in the description box so that you can watch it later. These are the fabric I'm going to use. I'll be using crepe for the yoke for both the front and the back bodies, and I'm going to use these beautiful prints. Where I am, we call it Ankara. We can also call it African print, and I'll be using the prints for the bodies. I've opened my fabric up and this is what I have. So I'm going to check the wrong side of the fabric. So I'll fold my fabric into two this way with right side facing right side. After folding my fabric into two, I'll place the center front. You know the center front is on fold. So I'm going to place the center front on this folded fabric now. Then I'll pin it down. After pinning, I'll go ahead and mark 0.5 inch around this side. This is for my joining allowance. At the top here also, I'll add 0.5 inch around. Once I'm done with that, I'll cut it out. After cutting, this is what I have. So I'll go ahead now and mark the wrong side of my fabric with a chalk. This will help me to easily identify the wrong side when I separate the fabric from the pattern. So the next thing I'll do now is to separate the fabric from the pattern, and this is what I have after doing that, okay? The next thing I'll do now is to cut for the side front. The side front is also ×2. So I'll be folding my fabric into two again, the right side facing right side. Then I'll place the pattern on the fabric. After doing that, I'll pin down the pattern to the fabric. Then I'll also go ahead and cut out this excess fabric on this side. Then I'll go ahead and add 0.5 inch on this side of the pattern. This is for the joining allowance. After that is done, I'll also come to this side and mark 0.5 inch also for joining allowance. And once I'm done with that, I'll cut it out. Now the pattern for the front bodice is ready. So we'll go ahead and cut out for the yoke. So this is the fabric for the yoke, and I'll fold it into two this way. So I'll go ahead and fold again into 4. After I fold, I'll place it on each other properly this way. Once I'm done folding, I'll place the yoke on the fabric this way. Then I'll pin the pattern to the fabric down this way. So I'll pin all around to secure it. Once I'm done with that, I'll mark 0.5 inch around this way. At this part of the yoke this way, this will be for joining allowance. Once I'm done with that, I'll go ahead and cut it out. I'm done cutting, and this is what I have. So I'll go ahead and remove the pattern from the fabric so that I'll see what it looks like on the fabric. And this is what I have. And this is the second piece. Cut 2 pieces for the front yoke. So I'll go ahead now and cut for the back bodice. So I'll keep the pattern aside for now so that I can fold the fabric very well. So the first thing I'll do, I'll fold my fabric right side facing right side. Then I'll place my pattern on it properly and pin it down. And once I'm done, I'll go ahead and cut it out. So I'll be leaving out 0.5 inch above the pattern, and this will be for joining allowance, and I'll cut out the down part and also trim off the excess at the side. Once I'm done with that, I'll notch this dart line. So the back bodice is ready, and you see the right side is facing right side, and I cut into 2 for both the left and right side of the back bodice. The next thing I'll do now is to cut the yoke for the back bodice. I'll fold the fabric into 2 this way, then I'll fold again. After that, I'll now place the yoke on it this way. Once I'm done with that, I'll pin it down this way. I'll also pin down this down part. After that, I'll mark 0.5 inch around the keyhole. And once I'm done with that, I'll also add 0.5 inch. So I'll go ahead and cut out now. Please, when you are cutting yours, you make sure you add all this extra allowance I'm adding. If you don't, your work will not come out the way you want it to. And my back bodice is ready. After transferring my pattern to the fabric, I attached hairstay to the fabric and also attached the wadding for the padding. The full video of how I did this is already live on my channel. I'll drop the link for you in the description box so that you watch it later. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to join the center front and the side front. So I've placed the side front on the center front, right side facing right side. So I'll pin from the hem this way and also pin the underbust. From the underbust, I'll pin all around up to the neckline. And after I pin down, this is what I have. Okay, this is what it looks like. So I'll go ahead now and stitch it down. So on this side now, I'll mark 0.5 inch. So I'm going to be stitching 0.5 inch from the hem this way all the way to the top. So when I stitch from the hem and I get to the underbust, I'll make sure that the pad aligns with each other, the one at the center front and the side front. So I'll go ahead now and adjust this one on top and make sure it aligns with the one under. Then I'll keep stitching. I'll stitch by 0.5 inch. And when I get to any point, I'll remove the pin there and I'll continue stitching. And I'll do the same thing till I get to the top. I'm done with one side, so I'll turn it out now for us to see what it looks like. And this is what I have, okay? You see how nice the cup looks. So I'll go ahead now and do the same thing for the other side. So I'll go ahead and stitch the second part. I'll start from the hem and stitch to the under bust. I was tempted to skip this part because it seems like it's the same thing with the other side, but there's a slight difference. The other side is the side front that is on the center front, but for here, for the second side, the center front is on the side front. So you see the way I'm adjusting the center front to align with the side front. So I'll just go ahead now, unpin, and I'll stitch down by the 0.5 inch. So I'm done stitching. I'll turn it around now so that I'll see what it looks like. So I'll push in this one properly, and this is what I have. You can see how firm and structured it looks. So this is the outer part and this is the inner part. So I'll go ahead, notch the under bust and give this a nice press. So I am done with the front bodice. The next thing I'm going to do now is to work on the yoke. And to do that, I'll separate the pattern from the yoke, then I'll open the yoke. If you remember, I mentioned I cut 2 pieces of the yoke, okay? So I'm going to use one for facing. So I'm going to place it on each other this way. After placing it, I'll go ahead now and stitch around the neckline by 0.5 inch. So before I stitch, I'm going to pin it down. I'll make sure that the 2 pieces align with each other properly. Then I'll go ahead and stitch down by 0.5 inch. So I've stitched down and this is what it looks like. I also went ahead to top stitch. If you want to learn how to top stitch, I'll drop the link for you in the description box. So I use one piece as the main fabric and the other as the lining. The next thing I'll do now is to top stitch the down part of the yoke. So I'm going to pin them together so that it will stay in place, and I'll go ahead and stitch on it by 1/4 inch. And I'll also do the same thing for the side. While I'm stitching for the side here, I'm not going to back stitch. So this is what I have after I top stitch. The next thing I'm going to do now is to attach the yoke to the bodice. In order to do that, I'll place the right side of the yoke, and after that, I'll pin the midpoint of the yoke to the midpoint of the half length. And once I'm done with that, I'll make sure I pin one side down this way. I'll keep pinning till I get to the end of the yoke. After I've pinned down, I'll go ahead and stitch down by 0.5 inch. This is what it will look like after I stitch down. And I am done stitching, and this is what I have, okay? So the next thing, I'm going to turn it again, pin down the other side, and stitch down also by 0.5 inch. I am done pinning. This is what it looks like after I've pinned, okay? So I'll go ahead and stitch down. So after I stitch, this is what I have. The next thing I'll do now is to attach my lining. I've gone ahead to join the lining. I cut out the same pieces as the center front and side front, and I've joined it together. So I'll place the lining on the yoke this way, right side facing the yoke. Then I'll pin down. I'll pin down from the center to one side. I will stitch. Then I'll also pin down from one to the center to the other side, and I'll stitch. So I'm repeating the same thing I did for the yoke for this lining also. So I'm done pinning down, and this is what it will look like after I stitch, okay? So I'll go ahead now and stitch down by 0.5 inch. And after stitching, this is what I have. So the next thing I'll do now is to top stitch. And after top stitch, I'll open up the lining. I'll move the sewing allowance towards the lining this way, and the yoke towards the fabric this way. Then I'll stitch down. After that is done, I'll go ahead and work on the yoke for the back bodice. And now to do that, I'm going to open up the pieces this way, and I have 2 for each side, okay? I have 2 for the right and 2 for the left. For each side, one will be used as lining to turn the neckline. As you can see, I've opened it up, it's 2 here and also 2. So I'm going to stitch the neckline 0.5 inch, and also stitch down the keyhole by 0.5 inch. And after stitching down, this is what I have. As you can see, I've stitched down, and the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to notch. I'm going to cut a little bit this way in so that it will lie flat once I turn it out. I also close up the edge, so I'll go ahead and trim off the allowance a little bit so that it won't have budge when I turn it out. So I've turned it out, and this is what I have. I'll go ahead and do the same thing for the other side. And the second side is also ready. I'll pin the 2 pieces together this way. Then I'll go ahead and stop stitch by 1/4 inch on the side. Okay, I'm not going to back stitch while doing this. I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to back stitch later. So this is the half bodice for the back body. Remember, I notched my dart line, so I've gone ahead to take out my dart for both my lining and fabric. So the next thing I'll do now is to attach the yoke to the bodice. I'm going to place the yoke on the fabric, the right side facing right side. From the side here, I'll come in by 2 inches. Remember, I added 2 inches for sewing allowance. After that, I'll place this upper bodice panel, which I also refer to as yoke, on the fabric right side facing right side. Then I'll place the lining also right side facing the upper bodice panel. Once I'm done with that, I'll go ahead now and pin down across this way. Remember, while I was cutting, I left 0.5 inch for sewing, and this is where it comes in now. So that's 0.5 inch, and I'm going to stitch down. So after I pin, this is what I have, okay? This is what it should look like. So I'll go ahead now and stitch down by 0.5 inch. Once I'm done stitching down, I'll top stitch, moving the sewing allowance towards the lining, then I'll stitch on. And once I'm done with that, I'll close it up this way and stitch down 0.5 inch at the zipper allowance. After stitching, this is what I have. I've closed up the top and also the side for the zipper allowance. And this is what I have after turning it out. And this is what I have for the two sides. The next thing I'll do now is to join both the front and the back bodies together. In order to do that, I'll place the back bodies on the front bodies right side, facing right side this way. Then I'll join the shoulder. I'll open up the back and wrap it around the front. So once I do that, I'll go ahead and make sure that everything aligns properly. Then I'll stitch down by 0.5 inch. So after joining, this is what I have. Next I'm going to do now is to join the side, and I'm going to use the same method I used for the shoulder. Remember the 2 inches at the back bodies, okay, for sewing allowance. I open it up. I place the front and the back bodies right side facing right side, the fabric facing each other. Then the lining at the other side facing it this way. Then I pick up the lining for the back bodies, okay, and I'll turn it this way towards the lining at the front bodies. Then I'll pin down from the sewing allowance at the chest line down to the After doing that, I'll go ahead and stitch down by 0.5 inch. This is what it should look like after stitching. So this is just the pin now. So I'll go ahead now and stitch. After stitching, this is what I have. And I've done the same thing on the other side also. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to shape, okay. So I use 0.5 inch to stitch down. So it means I'll be having 1.5 inch left. So I'm going to stitch down 1.5 inch from the chest line down to the full length. After shaping it, this is what I have. The next thing to do now is to join the zipper allowance. But before I do that, if you notice, my back bodies is a little bit longer than my front bodies. So I'll go ahead now and trim that part out. After doing that, this is what I have. So before I attach my flare, I'll top stitch on this side, okay. So the next thing I'll do now is to close up the keyhole with a pin this way. But I'll be attaching my pressing button on that later. So I'll also go ahead now and join the zipper allowance, okay. I'm just going to pin it down so that you see what it looks like. And after turning, this is what I have. My front and back bodice is ready. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more. See you in my next video.